Hello again my friends, this is a boy and his dog and welcome to another episode of Everthoughts. Yep, sorry, day late for this. If only Blaze could drop trailers on my day off work. I jest of course. And actually sometimes it pays off to wait as we have a bit of sad update. The EXPs have been delayed again until November. I'm proper gutted about this, but it's always best to make sure these consoles work their best, so I'm glad they are doing it. The other problem of course being Tomb Raider collection being a part of that, so we'll need to grab that separately now for the channel. I must remember to do that next after I finish this video. But now on to some happier news. In today's episodes we will of course be discussing the new trailer drop. As usual, we will remind ourselves by watching the trailer together again, and then we'll have a natter after, and I've thrown in a couple of extra bonus vids at the end. Let's get stuck in. So we were of course right, and I'm a very happy chap. For me, this is a bigger deal than Tomb Raider. The first game, especially Blood Omen, is beyond a tasty treat. Both games, but especially the first, have great narration throughout. It really helps you get into the game and builds on the fantastic atmosphere. The first game is much more a top-down, dark, bloody action RPG. Its sequel more in line with 3D titles like the Tomb Raider series, but with this cool ability that you can warp the world around you, which for a PS1 was simply breathtaking at the time, at least for me. They both have cracking stories, but the first is the one I really sank my teeth into on original release. See what I did there? Because they're vampires, isn't it? If for any of you this is the first time playing these, be aware that Soul Reaver's story was never finished in this game. The second part of it was in Soul Reaver 2 for the PlayStation 2. But worry not, it's fantastic in its own right. In fact, these two titles are the best of the entire series, I would say. There were some later entries and they just didn't do it like these earlier ones did, though there was always the hook of the continuing story, as batshit as it became. With Halloween around the corner, what better treat could we ask for? Now, if you haven't played these games before, here is an extra treat. From Blood Omen, a cut down of the opening sections showing you the opening CGI and a smidge of the gameplay. It's very cut down without my narration, as I want to leave that so we can have fun with the first look episode on their release. And from Soul Reaver, just the gorgeous opening cinematic and opening narration that gives a bit of an explanation to what the games are about. Please note the footage of these two were taken from my PlayStation Mini, and so ran at 720p. The other cave versions will of course be 1080p. Enjoy, and I will be back at the end.
There is a magical operation of maximum importance. The initiation of a new aeon. When it becomes necessary to utter a word, the whole planet must be bathed in blood.
fulfilling the circle mallet of the Satafan, you are hereby damned. The pleasures of the flesh are no longer yours. You have but one purpose, damned warrior. You will serve us for eternity.
The tavern's closing. Best be on your way, stranger. What? No mug of ale for a weary traveller from distant Corhagen? I can reward you well, for I am of noble blood. I stay open for no man in these dark times. Things come with the night that no sane man would welcome. And so I left, cold of heart and soul, forced to the road and the long, bitter night. That's him! End it! Now!
They, victors, suffering to the conquered. Ironic that now I was the one suffering. Not anything as pedestrian as physical pain, rather the cruel jab of impotent anger. The hunger for revenge. I didn't care if I was in heaven or hell. All I wanted was to kill my assassins. Sometimes you get what you wish for. The necromancer Mortanius offered me a chance for vengeance, and like a fool, I jumped at his offer without considering the cost. Nothing is free, not even revenge.
You will have the blood you hunger for.
Hunger and weakness are no bar to vengeance's call. I would find my slayers and send them back whence I came.
Kill him, you bastard! We put you down once, we can do it again.
What trickery is this? Their sneering faces were forever etched upon my memory. I had crossed death for this moment. My mind was empty save for one thought. I would kill. There is no greater release than that from vengeance sated. With my assassins dead, my quest was over.
'Tis not over, Cain. These fools were merely the instruments of your murder, not the cause. Look to their masters, look to the pillars, and gain way to the fortress of the mind.
The pillars of Nosgoth. Even in life, few sights have moved me such as this. I marvel that such beauty should grace our dying world.
Nopraptor, your madness has shattered our dreams and blinded you.
Keep your distance, or I'll send you back to hell, spirit!
There is nothing left of me to fear, vampire. I'm only a shadow of my former self, Ari, the balance of the Circle of Nine. Even so, I can provide the answers you seek.
I seek only a cure.
There is no cure for death, only release. You must destroy the sorcery that is now poisoning Nosgoth. Only then will you realize peace. The 9 of the Protectors of Hope were sworn to use their powers to preserve our world. Now these pillars have been corrupted by a traitor. My murder at the hands of this beast drove my love Napraptor mad. Now he spreads misery and pain among the Circle, crumbling the very foundation of Nosgoth. You must restore balance. You must right the pillars of Nosgoth.
I care not for the fate of this world.
Then for yourself, Cain. Beware the unspoken.
Cain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Cain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Cain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead.
Cast him in.
Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Raziel, you are worthy. I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Cain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Cain. Destroy him and your brethren. I can make it possible. Become my soul reaver. My angel of death.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that little dip into the worlds of Legacy of Kain. I can't stress enough how great these games were, especially on release. I haven't played either for years, so I am beyond excited to jump back in, with a deep dive, and explore once more. I think that's everything on my mind today, but what are your thoughts? What do you think about this release? Are you as excited about these games as I am? Have you delved into this world before? And did you ever get a chance to play the later entries? I'll be fascinated as always to know all your thoughts. And if you've made it here to the end of the episode, thanks ever so much for joining me. Leave a thumbs up or comment if you'd like. But even if not, I'm just chuffed you poked your head in for a goosey gander. As always, I hope you're having the most awesomest of days, my friends. And until next time, be serious.